Good. It's your boy Is. Welcome to another episode of the Hot Talk Show. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a while, but I got a fire topic. But before we start the show, I just want to introduce you to a special guest of mine, my brother from another mother. Just introduce yourself, bro, before we
He
start.
said from another mother, but
No,
actually
I'm joking. Nah, I'm
from the
joking.
same mother.
For the same mother. Nah, I was joking.
He's in character right now. Yeah. My name is Jake. As he said, I'm Sebastian's older brother. So I was there when he was a little
You
peanut
said
as a
Sebastian older
baby,
brother.
and
That's good.
I said Sebastian.
You said Sebastian older brother. It's all
Right.
good.
Cut.
Good. I don't cut. Nah, people like stuff like this.
Actually,
You'd be surprised.
his name is Israel,
That's
right?
a fact. Yeah, we both know.
Sebastian's my son's name. But anyway, my brother Israel, yeah, he's my younger brother. Grew up in the same household,
That's
same mother. I taught him everything he knows, only the good stuff actually. But yeah, my name is Jake. I'm happy to be,
That's
helping
a
him
fact.
out with this podcast.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Talk about a
Brotherhood,
special
man.
topic.
Yeah, the brotherhood.
And hopefully you guys enjoy.
So the topic we're doing today is we're doing brotherhood. You know what I mean? And we want y'all to chime in the audience in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So first question to you, bro. So what does the term brotherhood mean to you personally?
Brotherhood in general, I would say it's a bond between men, boys who become men, where we can share experiences and provide support and love and lessons and time together, building and developing and sharpening one another.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, with me, it's like having each other back. Loving, being loving, caring. Having like a sense of community. If your brother going through something, always be there to be like like an open arm or something like that. So that's what brotherhood means to me. So I want to ask the audience, what does brotherhood mean to you, and how's that definition evolved like throughout your life? You know what I'm saying? So who are the three most influential people who have shaped your understanding of brotherhood?
Well, being an older brother, clearly, I would say I learned a lot on the fly. You know what I mean? I had a little brother. I grew up with a little brother, and just seeing him trying to teach him the how to be a good person and some lessons, some life lessons, and how to take care of himself, how to be a man. I know that's not. I know it's kind of not fair to say myself, but I learned on the fly. I didn't necessarily grow up with my biological father, but I also had men in my life who shared experiences and shared lessons there, to me, and taught me how to be a good brother, so to speak. And so I was able to relay that to my little brother. Also, just another influential person is my best friend. He and I met in junior high school and instantly kind of clicked and realized we lived in the same neighborhood, and we were kind of inseparable from then. But like just we were able to rely on each other in various situations, whether it was just like hey, I'm broke today. Can you buy me a honey bun? You know what I'm saying? After school, or getting into little issues in schools once in a while, or just like homework. And I didn't have. I remember. I think back in the day we would use typewriters, and I didn't have a typewriter, or my computer was broken, and so I had to go. Ask him, hey, after you're done, can I do my thing? And we helped each other that way. So that's the second person. Third person.
What about
I mean, what's that?
What about who you got?
I would say my cousins. We were like brothers. And we all kind of helped each other and helped each other grow up pretty much, and took care.
Perform a song I got called "Fix You Up." You can actually tap into that Apple Music, Vibe Music, on everything.
I bet. So, I'm going to get out your way. You do your thing, man. Thanks for coming back, my brother.
It's that time. Y'all ready or no?
Hot Talk Show Showcase. Let's get it.
If you hitting me for it, I got it. I got it. And if you need some more, I got it. I got it. Need me to pick you up, I'm on it. I'm on it. I can fix you up. When you need some love, I got it. I got it. Ain't no need to talk about it. Talk about it. Need me to pick you up, I'm on it. I'm on it. I can fix you up. Yeah. Jump in the front seat with me and get this energy that I'm giving. I know how much you into me, but you got other things that you deal with. I'll remove the pressure, temporary measures, girl, but you gonna feel me. Already got the setup, I'ma get you wetter than ever. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do say me in my wet. Got the blueprint on that thing, yeah. I'll take all your pain away. If you beating me for it, I got it. I got it. And if you need some more, I got it. I got it. Need me to pick you up, I'm on it. I'm on it. I can fix you up. When you need some love, I got it. I got it. Ain't no need to talk about it. Talk about it. Need me to pick you up, I'm on it. I'm on it. I can fix you up.
Each other and supported each other. Stood up for each other, and they stood up for me, and that to me is also part of being a brother and learning how to, sometimes you just gotta take your brother's side and stand up for him and defend him in certain situations, not always physically, but sometimes verbally, sometimes even in parental household, like with me and it felt like Mom Dukes is probably too hard on him, or something like that, and be like, Mom, I think he deserved a little more grace in that situation.
That's a fact. So with me, I could say the three most influential people who shaped my understanding of brotherhood. I'm gonna say Bishop. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to the church. We used to have that fellowship and going to the Knicks games and stuff like that. So that was a point in me. I could say being there, even though sometimes when you gave me the aspect of, even though you don't have the title father, but brotherhood told you that you could still show that extending care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a father. You get what I'm saying? So I could say you. I could say me and my boy Convo. Like I said before, he was there when I first started the show. He showed me the sense of brotherhood, of being supportive when I was nervous of doing it. He told me ideas, yo, bro, you gotta do this. You gotta set the camera like this. So he showed me the sense of, bro, like, I got your back. Like, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first, my understanding of true brotherhood, bro. Like, even when you probably don't feel like it, you probably like, yo, this is silly, but you be like, nah, like, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Like, this your first time, because then he actually did the podcast. He started doing a podcast first. So he gave me the gems list. You gotta do this video, you gotta do this, and you gotta have the sound like this. And so that made me feel like he supported me, even though I felt like I was like messing up or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So tell us about a funny or memorable story with your friends that perfectly capture the spirit of brotherhood, bro. What's the best? And I want to ask the audience too, before we start, who are the most influential people who shape your understanding of brotherhood? The audience, comment down below. But go ahead, bro. Tell us about a funny or memorable story with your friends that perfectly captures the spirit of your brotherhood, bro. I mean, be real, man. Be authentic.
Growing up in Bed-Stuy, or in Brooklyn in general, right?
Yeah.
Every so often we'll get into some mess, whether it's because of going to the wrong place or just connecting with the wrong people. And I remember this one time in high school. I think it was high school. Yeah, definitely high school, because it was we were invited to this girl's party in the other side of town. And back then, the gangs, the Bloods and the Crips were kind of like new to the city and making their rounds. And Bed-Stuy was more of a Blood area, and we were going to Brownsville, which was more of a Crip area. And long story short, only a few of us end up going to this party on the other side of town in Brownsville. And we, for some foolish reason, three of us, I think it was four of us that went, and three of us had on red, not Blood affiliated, but for some weird, dumb reason, we wanted to wear what we had on. We went over there in the blue neighborhood with red clothes on, and We enjoyed ourselves. No, nothing went down. We went to the party. We chilling, having a good time. We were still on high alert, but we had a good time. Then we could kind of see like the crip cats kind of lurking, kept looking, but we just chilling. We not fearless pretty much. And then at the end of the party, when it's all time to go, we were just like surrounded by these cats, and they were questioning our affiliation, which they had every right,
Mm-hmm.
like it was their turf, whatever. So while we kind of trying to convince them that we have nothing to do with that, right? One of my boys, he had on neutral colors. He was able to kind of sneak out, call his brother, his older brother, and call the crew from Bed-Stuy, and I think it was like midnight. Parties used to end like 11:30 midnight.
Yeah,
we were in high school, so maybe
12,
late, but my friends, cousins, brothers all came through midnight, ready to do whatever they had to do to make sure we got out of there. But thankfully, we ended up getting out of there even before they showed up. But just situations like that, that's important to me. Back in those days, growing up in the neighborhood we grew up in, that was an important part of being a brother, right?
Yeah.
Ready to throw down or do what you got to do to support your peeps. But luckily, we got out unscathed. Nobody got hurt. And that's one of the memorable moments of like.
What about a funny? You ever had a funny moment or not?
Funny?
No funny moment. Kev was silly.
Yeah, my boy, Kev, comedian Kev. Kev was and still is like one of my brothers, and funny dude, man. I can't even describe how funny he was and probably still is. Shout out to my man Kev.
Yeah, Kev, man. 9/11 Kevin. You know what I'm saying? But with me, man, I'm gonna say one time we went to the party. When you're young, you're a teenager, and my boy was drunk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was drunk. He was like, but like we made sure like he was cool. Like he was funny. Like he was funny. He was saying things he never said before, saying funny jokes. We was like cracking up, and but we made sure at the same time we made sure that he was home safe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was a memorable moment for me. Like that was a fun. I got more funny moments than memorable moments.
It's a lot, what I'm saying?
It is a lot. I got more funny moments because my friends were silly though. But I could say more. I'm gonna do one where my boy was drunk. He came from a party and he was talking to mad girl because he normally a shy cat.
Yeah.
So he was showing things that he never did before. Like we were just dying. You know what I'm saying? So that's my more like funny moment that I had like with a friend and all that. And it shows that at the same time that to capture the spirit of brotherhood that bro, like we gonna have your back. We ain't gonna let nothing happen to you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So we was more to protect
even when it's your fault.
Even when we
exactly.
But we're like, bro, we got your back, bro. Like, but so I want the audience to say, tell us about a funny or memorable story with your friends that perfectly capture the spirit of your brotherhood. Comment down below, man, because we would love to hear your input. You know what I'm saying? So. Got two more questions with this one that we're gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? So, can you share a specific time when a friend or a group of friends showed up for you during a difficult moment? I want the audience to comment down below. Can you share a specific time for those, guys in the audience when a friend or group of friends showed up for you during like a difficult moment, bro?
So I got two, and I'm gonna be quick, right? Yeah. So, and it's two levels of difficulty. So one thing, and they both happen to do with relationships, ironically. Yeah. But one difficult moment was, when I was in my early 20s, I still I was dating a girl. I still wanted to, kind of have fun and just be reckless, a little reckless. So we ended up breaking up. And we end up breaking up or going on a break, quote unquote, which she wasn't too happy, but that was my words, but she never really agreed to it. But in my mind, that's what we were doing. But maybe a couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even a month. This was when I was in my early 20s. I'm 44 right now. So memory might not be serving me perfectly, but maybe a month, let's call it a month later, I'm chilling. It's summertime. I think I'm having a blast, and I see her fly by where my friends and I were hanging out. fly by in a car with another guy.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends actually saw it before me. I saw it, but I was like, yo, that looked like, and my friend was like, yo, that's such and such
Yeah.
with such and such. So we knew the guy too.
Uh-huh.
And I start calling. Long story short, end up being devastated that night. So I think, as you know, I said they made fun of me for like an hour, but then they realized like I wasn't really laughing after a while, and then they tried to show that they felt bad for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one time when I could say that they kind of showed up for me. It's surprising too, because like, especially when you're young, like it's all when young men, all jokes, all they want to do is crack. But I was surprised to see that some of them was like, yo, don't even worry about that. You got better coming your way.
Showed up in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
So that was one time. The other time was when it's not a bad situation. It was actually a great situation, but I was about to propose to my now wife. And
difficult?
Huh?
That was difficult?
No, so I mean,
that is difficult.
It wasn't difficult,
jump the
like,
bit,
the reality is, I was already 34, lived a decent life, but like, so this was a big decision for me. And so when I had the ring, I was coming back with the ring, and I called my boy Marlo down in Florida. I was like, yo, I'm about to do this, man. I'm nervous. I'm shaking. You know what I mean? Like, tell me something. Tell me something good. So, he ended up like, we ended up talking about it, and he made me feel better about the situation. And he even, actually, I didn't have the ring yet. I just paid for it, paid the deposit, and he was like, yo, just, if you want to avoid paying sales tax, just ship it, ship it down here, and then I'll ship it up to you. After that. And then I was like, that even made me like, all right, not only did he kind of give me some good advice, he helped me save a little money on the taxes. So I appreciated that. But that was another time when I feel like somebody showed up for me. And of course, plenty times, but those are two that stick out.
Okay. So with me, I'm gonna say with me, sometimes, when I lost the job, a friend would have my back. They gave me encouraging words, like they held me down to a certain point in time. You know what I mean? Even I can share another story. Like I could say, my boy, Lucio, with me, sometimes you're arguing with these chicks and say, yo, you gotta go. But then he came out, I'm like, yo, bro, I need you right now. Can you scoop me up? And he had my back. So that was my most like difficult time. I feel like he actually like, showed up like in a difficult moment. Cause you know what I mean? Like he was there, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, bro, who else I'm gonna call? I called them, and that was one of my most difficult times, and he actually came through. I'm gonna say this, bro. Fellas, do not live with women, bro. Do not live with them, because they're gonna end up.
If you get
married. I'm saying, when you're married, but not. You got always have your own, bro. Yeah. You don't look like me. Difficult time when your boy Mo got show for you. You know what I'm saying? But that's the most difficult time. So I want the audience. Can you share a specific time when a group of friends showed up for you? During a difficult moment. So we about to move on to the Hot Talk Show research. You know what I'm saying? And like and subscribe to the Hot Talk Show YouTube page. The Hot Talk Show YouTube page is the Hot Talk Show 92. The Instagram page is the Hot Talk Show. And the Facebook page is the Hot Talk Show. So once again, you don't watch past and future episodes. The YouTube page is the Hot Talk Show 92. The Instagram page is the Hot Talk Show. And the Facebook page is the Hot Talk Show. You know what I'm saying? So I want to move on to this is my favorite part of the show. I ain't gonna hold you, because I don't want people just listening, but I also want them to learn. Oh, wow, like I never got that. So this is the Hot Talk Show research. Because, I like to research on my show. I want people, you just talking, bro. You think you know everything? Nah, like I research. I get my, you know what I'm saying? My gems for certain places. So from the Hot Talk Show research, what makes brotherhood important, right? It provides support and accountability. It fosters mental and emotional well-being through empathy and open communication. It promotes personal growth by encouraging men to become their best selves, right? So, I'm on a bad bug on one, bro. So I want to get people to see, So when they say it promotes personal growth by encouraging men to become their best selves, what you think it mean when they say that, bro?
All right. Well,
Or how can men encourage men to become their best selves?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I think, a true friend, a true brother-like friend is going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly,
Facts.
right? The only way you can grow or will grow is if you have somebody outside of yourself to check you and that you can bounce, forget checking, maybe to bounce ideas off of. Yo, this is what I have. And this is, especially when you get older and more mature, I don't know what the demographic is that could potentially see this, but when you get mature and older, you don't mind reaching out to your brother or your friend and saying, yo, this is what happened. Am I wrong? And this is how I like such and such and such and got into this. We got into this debate, or we had this issue. This is how I thought about the issue. This is how they think about this issue, and we can't seem to come to an agreement on this. Like, what do you think? Like, am I wrong for the way I think? And a real friend is either, I mean, not that you're always wrong either, right? Real friend's gonna say, yo, I agree with you, and here's why, right?
Facts.
And then hopefully you can potentially take that information and be like, look, it doesn't necessarily mean you go back to the person and say, yo, my friend said this, but you have a better argument or a better support for your argument, and it helps you. And even if you don't take it back to the person at all, it'll just be something that you can kind of learn from and be like, all right, I know I'm not wrong, but maybe, I'll just let it slide at this time. You know what I mean? So that's really, I think, one of the ways that a friend could help encourage you to grow and learn.
So what about what do you think about taking accountability though? Can I help them?
I think
like even when you disagree with them on certain things, I always agree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to be real with you, bro.
Right.
Like you did some really crazy, crazy joint, bro. Like, because I feel like some people don't come their best selves when they got a lot of yes people around them.
Yeah.
People who is a people pleaser around them, like, who don't ever want to tell them like real, like, bro, like you going down the wrong path, like you making bad decision makings, bro. Like being real, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's another way when you have disagreements, you got to be real. Like sometimes you can't worry about feelings, bro. And I think sometimes a lot of people don't grow because they're around people that care about their feelings so much.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you got to hear what's real so you can grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And a good friend or a good,
it's going to balance it out.
A good friend, you need that balance. You need them to pat you on your back sometimes, but you also want to make sure that you have somebody that's going to help you check yourself because, like, I mean, I don't know their friends, but just like I hear it a lot, like with the Kanyes and the Puffs, right? Like there was nobody to check them, and sometimes once you even when you get to a certain level, you still want to make sure you have somebody who you respect, whose opinion you respect. That's like another brother, not necessarily a woman, because like. Mentality is man to woman are different.
Yeah, that's a fact.
The reality is that that's the case. So you need another man, another bro to like that you respect to be able to bounce. And
then like, do you feel it's easier when you got multiple friends versus one friend though? Because you got some friends who don't have a personality to keep it real. They might encourage you with the positive, but you might have another friend that to be real with you who could balance it out. So I feel like sometimes having multiple friends would be easier to balance that out. But when you got one friend, you don't want them to force them to be something they not. You know what I'm saying? But
well, hopefully we all have more than one friend.
Yeah, that's right. But some people already got that one friend who they trust with everything.
Oh yeah,
bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Because like it is what it is. If you have that one friend, I mean you can't force friendships. So if you have one friend, at least you have that one friend that's kind of level-headed, at least when it comes to you. Maybe not necessarily be level-headed in their own affairs, but that's what they have you for, to be like, yo. And trust me, I've had many, many, many conversations with like my good friends about like decisions and conflicts, and like I'll tell them like, yo, you gotta calm down on this, or you're gonna end up, messing this situation up, or like a job or whatever, like, yo, I think you should pursue this new, job because of whatever, because you want to grow in this area, et cetera, et cetera. You need somebody like that. You have nobody, that's what you want to pursue in your life. Or maybe it's you. Maybe you're not allowing anybody to be that way. You know what I mean? With you, because you have so much pride and ego.
Yeah, it's a
You
fact.
but that pride and ego is going to drive you to
That's
the
true
Puff and the
too.
Kanye
That's true
situations.
too,
That's
though.
really
Yeah.
what
A lot of men got
those are the
that
two
ego.
opposites.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You know
A lot
what
of
I
men
mean?
got that ego where they can't become the best self because they think they know it all.
Yeah.
Nobody can't tell me something.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
yeah.
say this: if you want to become your best self, sometimes you're struggling with that. Let go of that ego. Like,
Right. Amen.
people are there for a purpose to guide you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? To lead you to the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to do one more the hot talk show research. So yeah, the audience, I want to say, you know, if anybody out there who had a friend that you had the courage to to become their best selves, jot that down. And like, what did you do and how did you do it? What words you said? Or if somebody had encouraged you to become your best self, what words they said to you? So one more from the hot talk show research, and we're almost done, bro. So when it say, man, I gotta get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it almost done, man. Nah, but so when they say hot talk show research, you know, when they say foster mental emotional well-being through empathy and open communication.
Mm-hmm.
So how can they you know, when they say foster mental emotional well-being through empathy and open communication, so what you think what they mean by that?
Yeah, I mean,
Like showing, you know,
I think
similar to what you said, you think?
similarly, yeah, just being a person that you feel comfortable
Like just
talking
talking to.
about anything, you know, and that's hard for men in general. Sharing what's inside of them with others, especially another man.
Let me ask you a question. You think it's hard for men to show empathy?
No,
I think
No.
I don't know, because sometimes they be like, you know, I think it depends on how
empathy or sympathy. Well,
empathy,
go ahead.
like more sympathy, empathy, same thing to me. Kind of empathy is more like, you know, it's like you're clouded from feelings, like you don't have no empathy for nothing, bro. Like somebody come with you with nothing, like you ain't showing no remorse, you ain't showing no care, you ain't showing no emotion toward that person, right?
Yeah.
So can I say this, right? I think most men lack that, bro, when it comes to brotherhood, because they feel like, say if a man grew up a certain way, where he's more of a go-getter, he might not have empathy for a person that feel like, yo, I'm struggling. He might feel like, yo, you making excuses, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear that.
Interesting.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Interesting. I feel like, I don't know if that's a man thing, though, to be honest. I think that's just like a personality.
Women
type.
Definitely more, because women more emotional. They more the,
yeah,
come here, let me give you a hug. Men don't really have
different.
that.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
Maybe.
They have this nigga, like, you know, like tuck your chin up.
Yeah,
what you crying for? Like, you supposed to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know if that's empathy, though. I think that's just like masculinity in terms of like, you know, men, we shouldn't be always complaining, always breaking down, always needing advice. I agree with that. And so like you know, our first instinct is like, yo, do you really like, you need to man up, like just deal with it, do your thing.
So how can
I wouldn't conflate that with empathy. Empathy is different.
So how can a man, like a friend, tell you to man up without sounding harsh though? You know what I'm saying? Because soon as you hear man up, is more, yo, bro, like you being like you're not worrying about how I feel, like you just, you know what I'm saying? Like man up is more like you think I'm acting like a little girl, you think I'm too soft. So how can a man make you tell you to man up without you trying to make you feel like, yo, bro, you acting like a little girl, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on the situation, right? I think there's like let's just say, I know we keep talking about relationships. Let's just say a guy broke up. You know, he broke up. His relationship is over. He broke up with his girl, or the girl broke up with him, right? Like, I think most men, guys, brothers would at least give them a moment to grieve, right?
Nah.
But hold on.
Like,
no, I'm talking about
crying for this girl for.
No. Hold on. It depends how long you were with them. If it's like some short term thing, but if it's like a long term relationship and you're grieving, then most men would understand that. But then it's about time, like how much time it takes for you to like get your life back together, and then it becomes like, yo, man, you know, you like, I get it, but like you got to try to move on, man. You still got this going on for yourself, that going on for yourself. Like I said, that was kind of one of the things that was said to me. I was in my 20s, much younger. that was one of the things. Like, yo, bro, you good. You know, I know it's hurt. I know it's hurtful, but like you can move on. And trust me, I'm better today. You know what I mean for it. But that's like that's okay when it's like been too long.
Yeah,
you just gotta like
you gotta
be like slap him in the head. Come on,
yeah,
man.
well,
Like,
bro,
get up out of here.
fuck. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of girls out there. You keep weeping over this, so you know I get it though. So I think we say it's a time and a place,
Right?
For
time,
so, like,
place,
don't start that way.
And depends
You know
on the
saying?
situation.
Depends on the situation,
You know,
right?
A man grieving the passing of a
that's
a parent.
That's
a
different.
different story.
That's different. Bro.
You know
Passing of a female, they go like, oh, bro, like, come on,
Yeah.
bro, you whip. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. I want to talk about the like the brother test, man. This one gonna get a little interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? So here's the brother test. You know what I'm saying? I want the audience to comment down below with this. Your brother is wrong in public. Do you check him then or you check them later? And I want the audience to comment down below. You got a friend that is wrong in public. Do you check them then or you check them later?
Okay, that's another
you got
thing.
A friend that's wilding out.
Let's take the extreme example.
Mhm.
Let's say your friend is butt drunk and he's being belligerent with people who don't deserve the belligerence. Then you check it right away. Yo, chill, let's go. You know, but if it's, you know, maybe I don't even know a situation where you would wait, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a fair argument or a fight or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about when you would wait. It just depends.
Like, I'll say with this, right?
If you think of it, if you come up with a situation, I can vote on it. But
I say with this, I say in public, I would think with me, bro, I would probably check later.
Okay.
Because I always believe that, yo, bro, like you got to show somebody you on their side when they going to do something right then and there, even if they wrong, bro. Like, for example, like if my bro, hypothetically, he slapped somebody's hat off his head, but it's gonna be 5 dudes versus him. I'm gonna help him out.
Oh
first.
yeah,
I go like, yo, bro,
story.
like what you doing? Da da da. But then after that, when we done getting on with them, then I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, that wasn't
put us in
like
a situation
warranted
to be.
Like we ain't have to do that, but you was real wrong, bro. But of course, I'm gonna have your back, but I gotta hold you accountable of your actions, bro. So I would say more like if they wrong in public, I would check them later. I would check because it's a time and a place for that. You might want to hear that right now, bro. Like you check me after. If I'm going to do something like hypothetically with me, you going to do something. And like if you was wrong, I'm like, yo, Jake, I got your back. And like even if you would have bumped on somebody on purpose, you being a little silly and drunk, if somebody hit you, I'm gonna worry about protecting you first. You know, I'm like, Jay, all right, listen, bro. I gotta stop hanging out with you. You're gonna be doing that because you put me in harm's way. But I'll check you later. I'm not gonna check you right then. There ain't no time for that.
I think, I mean, it's obviously a different story if like your friend's actions lead to like, you know, somebody attacking him, or you know what I mean. But my example was like just your friend is being a bully. Let's just say that I'm using extreme examples. But like your friend is being a bully and the people aren't retaliating. He's just being a bully. Then to be like, yo, you know, like you bugging. Like let's get up out of here or whatever. But your situation, obviously. Right?
So obviously. It's situational though.
Obviously.
So I want to ask the audience, your brother is wrong in public, your friend, brother, you know, so if your brother or friend are wrong in public, you know, do you check them then or do you check them later? I got another one when it comes to the brotherhood test, you know what I'm saying? So if your friends is chasing success, but losing himself, how do you step in? So you got somebody who chases success, but they losing themselves.
Okay, but you got to explain what.
Like they could be desperate on something, bro. They could just put themselves like, for example, they around certain people, and it never used to be like that. Their personality is changing.
So they're around.
You know what I'm saying?
Certain people who aren't good for them.
Or they gotta do.
Don't have their like. Okay. And your question is what?
So if your friend chases success but losing himself, how do you step in?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you chase success, like prime example, people chase success, but they don't have time for themselves. They don't put the time for their family.
Yeah.
They lose themselves where they don't worry about their self-care.
Yeah.
Because they worry about craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how would you step in if you have somebody, hypothetically speaking, that they were chasing something that they really love, but at the same time, they not putting more time for themselves, like self-care or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of
Like, what
easy.
would you
If
say?
it's really your friend, then yeah, eventually you have a conversation like, yo, I see you doing your thing,
Yeah.
but I just want you to be mindful of the people around you. I feel like some of those people might not be good for you,
Yeah, facts.
but you're a grown man. I know, you're smart. Just be careful, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know the whole story, but like, but I see certain things that
Facts.
I feel like the old you wouldn't have
done.
accepted. And so like just be mindful of that. Watch who you're around. You're my boy. I wish you much success and like keep doing your thing, but like pay attention.
Mm-hmm. So if you got a friend that have a craft but they don't look happy, would you persuade them to stop it or continue?
Happiness is
No, I'm saying, but if you
Yeah.
show that they looking stressed,
Yeah.
they looking like they
That's
become
life,
unhealthy.
man. That's life, man.
It's like, would you encourage them like, yo, bro, maybe you should find something, like put yourself
you
first?
said the unhealthy part. That's
I'm
a
saying,
different
because
story.
sometimes you got
But-
people who, let's say they chasing something
Yeah.
and they not looking happy. They looking miserable, bro.
It
They
depends.
stressed out. They taking out everybody. They not even doing things they love to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think if they're chasing something that they really want and they are stressed or snappy, I'll just give them their space.
Mm-hmm.
Because it like as a man, you just gotta, like, certain things you just don't necessarily need to intervene.
Yeah, facts.
You just gotta let it run its course. In my opinion, let it run its course. You give them space, and you check in every so often, but you give them space and let it kind of trust me. And I've had that situation. It wasn't exactly like that, but it was something where I saw somebody kind of spiraling, who I was cool, who I'm cool with, and I was just like, all right, I feel like things that person is saying or things that person is like really focused on isn't really for me. And so isn't really for me, and so I'm gonna give them their space and let them do their thing.
So you would tell them like to keep going rather than quitting if you see them distressed.
I wouldn't tell them anything. I would just give them their space and check in every so often, especially if it's something that they really want to pursue, right? Like, because to be honest, right, if you're building a business from the ground up and you really believe in it, sometimes it's gonna get ugly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna get ugly, and you don't want your friends like telling you to calm down. Like, it's not their job to do that. Maybe if you had a spouse or something, that's really their role. But other than that, you just got to give that person space and let them grind, and God forbid, God willing, they don't hit a wall and crash and burn.
It's funny you say that, because sometimes, like, when I'm chasing like the show, like I had a friend, like my boy, it's actually my boy Antoine. Remember Antoine from Lexington?
Yeah, of course.
And I was mad nervous, bro.
Yeah.
But it seemed like but I feel like I was losing myself because during that time, because like it's not me. Like I normally don't. I got mad confident, but when it comes to the show, it's like, bro, like you acting mad shy, you acting mad, like you can't do it, you acting mad nervous, you acting mad scary. And he told me, like, bro, like you got this, bro. You know what I'm saying? That this is your purpose to do this. God wouldn't allow you to do this if it wasn't meant for you.
Yeah.
So that's actually encouraged me, yo. Even though I was losing myself during the time setting up for the show, I'm like, bro, like I'm nervous, bro. I don't think I could do this.
Right.
But that's not me. I'm always confident everywhere I'm going. But now when I've been on camera, now I want to act like I'm not Israel. It ain't easy. That's all I'm saying. But now I act like I'm not Israel.
Yeah.
You're saying, yo, bro, listen, if it wasn't for you, this would never came across your mind, bro. And since then, bro, that had me like, you know what I mean? Continue this. So, so if your friend chasing success but losing himself, how you step in, answer that, comment down below. You know what I'm saying? So I got one more question when it comes to the brotherhood test. You know what I'm saying? So would you rather have your brother tell you a hard truth or protect your ego?
No, yeah, we already talked about that. Like, a true brother has to tell you a hard truth. Maybe not all the time.
Yeah. But
that's what it means to be, to have a brotherhood, to be able to rely on somebody, your friend, your brother, for that kind of information, right? Yeah. If I'm slipping, I want somebody to be able to call it out. Is it gonna always be, oh, okay, I hear you, I'm gonna chill? No, but still, eventually it'll sink in. Trust me. You'll be like, okay, maybe that person's right. And trust me, especially being married, you get a lot of that where you like from you should get a lot of that anyway, but you get a lot of that from your spouse, especially with kids, and you'd be like, yeah, spouse is like, yo, I think we're too hard on him, or you're too hard on him, and you just got to be like, ugh, no, I'm not. He's a boy, blah blah. And then, eventually you'll be like, all right, maybe I could do something different. You know what I mean? And that's like brotherhood. It may not sink in right away, but hopefully at some point you'll be like, yo, maybe such and such was right.
Because we say it's time and places for everything, right? We always say it's time and places for everything, right? So can we say, give us a time where you should protect your brother's ego versus telling him the truth? Like, should you tell him the truth across the board with everything, or it be times when you can protect their ego? Or is it like a time and a place thing, or every time if they, you know what I'm saying? So give us a time where you should tell them the truth versus when you should protect their ego. Like, in what situations that, and y'all comment down below too, what situations should you protect your brother's ego or tell him the truth?
Protect the ego or tell him the truth.
I would say this. I would say, for example, I'm going to say this, like, say my brother is going for a job or something like that. He'd be like, I got this. I'm confident. Because sometimes confidence comes from a big ego. Okay. I'm going to be like, yeah, now you got it. Yeah, you right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But now versus, right? If, let's say, for example, now this is a time to give him like the hard truth. I would say, for example, if he's late for work and he got fired, I'd be like, yo, bro, like, you know why you lost that job? Nigga, because you late.
Okay.
Come to work on time.
I mean, I don't know if that's a hard truth.
No, that is a hard truth because, but some people be in denial, bro. Some people play victim. I don't know why. I'm like, I don't know why life is like, I'm going to be real with you, bro, because you keep making bad decisions. Like, all right, prime example, like, if my friend ain't treating his girl right, I'm like, nigga, come on, you know why she left you, bro. You doing mad crazy stuff. But now my friend go for a job. Yeah, you already know I got this, bro. Yeah. In the back of my mind, like, you don't know how to spell. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna protect your ego. Now I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna allow you to feel like you can't do it. I'm gonna have your back to make you feel like you can do it. We good. So give me an example where with you, like, you feel like, unless you want to move on. Now you good.
Yeah, no, I think. I think you nailed it. But like, I would use similar examples.
Or you have your own example where it should be a time where you can protect their ego or tell the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. So when I think about, to be honest, when I think about brotherhood, right, I think at this age, it's mostly hard. It's only hard truths.
Only hard truths.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't think you need to. No man this age should need his ego boosted. You know
I think
it
depends. I think it's situational, bro.
I think there's facts, and then there's like,
Prime example, like, okay. So me and my bro playing ball on the court, and I'm on the sidelines, but I know my brother, he probably ain't that nice, but he be like, yeah, I'm about to dog them. I'm like, nah, you know what? Yeah, you going dog them. I believe in you, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell him, like, nah, I'm gonna be on your side with that. I'm not gonna say, yo, at the end of the day, you already know you trash.
Like,
and ball.
Okay, let's,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
let's say a friend of mine comes to me and say, like, the way I think about it, right? Like, I don't, the way, if my friend comes to me and say, I'm gonna start this business, and
that's a good
I'm always gonna be like, I'm gonna ask questions like, you know, where you're gonna get funding from, like, where, like, how's your funding gonna work? You know, what kind of licenses you need? Like, I'm gonna ask insightful questions, and like, let's say he didn't think of something, right? One of those questions might be like, yo, you know what? Matter of fact, I need to do that. But like, from an ego standpoint, I don't really see me boosting somebody up when they don't need to be boosted.
But when they actually need that, though.
I don't. But it's not really me. It's me supporting my friend. It's not boosting. I don't really see it as, maybe it's just the verbiage.
I say more wording. Not boosting, more protecting. Say protecting the ego.
Maybe it's the wording. Yeah. I just don't see it like that. I see it like, yo, I'm supporting my friend or my brother, and it's just that. It's just that I'm never gonna hard truth and say, hey, you don't have all your ducks in a row. How are you gonna start a business? That's more like downing somebody, not like giving them a hard truth. A hard truth to me would be like, ugh, I don't even know what a hard truth is.
You know, it's so funny. I think it's situations because some people who feel like they always right, they never wrong. Yeah. They probably rather somebody protect their ego.
Let's say a hard truth. Yeah. Let's say a hard truth is, you know, a friend of mine starts a restaurant, 2 years in, losing mad money. Hard truth would be like, yo, think about if to keep losing this kind of money year after year makes sense. Do you see things getting better at least, or are you just holding on to the pride that you started something that's not successful, but you don't want to let it go because because you put so much time and energy in it? The hard truth would be like, yo, you tried, you didn't fail, you learned. Like, does it make sense to keep losing money, on this, or should you just like wrap it up? Maybe that's a conversation that I had that's considered a hard truth. You know what I mean?
Okay. So the audience, you know what I'm saying? The fellas out there, you know, that's watching, would you rather have your brother tell you a hard truth or protect your ego, man? I'm be real. I think I'm more on the protect the ego side, man. Because I'm always feel I'm right, bro. I'm never wrong. Now I'm talking. You know what I'm saying?
Ego has no place in society.
I'm talking with you. I gotta switch it, man. We can't both agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be devil's advocate sometimes.
No,
you know?
you answered first. So.
Yeah.
So I
say it's more situational. Sometimes you need to protect your brother's ego. Sometimes you need to tell them the hard truth. Yeah. You don't have to tell them the hard truth all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's a time and a place to tell hard truth. I'm playing, nigga, I'm with you, yeah, even though you sound crazy, but all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm by your side. Like, I'm going to take your ego. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say, so now we're going to move on to the bro code, man. Because, you know, we got codes. Then come to the bro code.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, what one value every friend or brother should live by? This is bro code. And y'all comment down below. What one value every brother should live by? I would say, let's say one value every brother should live by. I would say, listen, bro, never mess with your friend girl or something like that. I mean, that's how it is, bro. Like, you should, like, don't, if you my man, I would never expect you to go behind my back and talk to my wife or my girlfriend, man. That's the main bro code. Never talk to the wife, never talk to the girlfriend. That's one value. You know what I'm saying? But if you got other values than that, what one value you think every brother should live by?
Man, some things just never cross my mind, man. You know what I mean? Bro code.
What one value you think every brother should live by? Let's say keeping your word.
Yeah, keeping your word. Don't talk behind each other's backs about each other.
But we gotta say one though. Keep
it 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. That's the one value every brother should live by for you.
Keep it 100.
100.
You know what I mean? Don't talk behind.
This boy giving us 100. Let's say one.
Yeah,
no, I'm joking.
Haven't used that one in a long time.
So you gonna go with more?
Just keep it 100. Keep it real with one another.
Keep it real.
No behind the backbiting. You know what I mean?
So this one where we got a little keep it real in here, bro. So what's one code you're broken and what did you learn from it?
What code that I break?
Yeah, what one code you have broken and what did you learn from it? Or did you break a code?
No, but somebody broke a code with me.
Yeah, all right. So what one code somebody broke with you?
Exactly what you said. And somebody
and what did you learn from that?
That's actually,
you know what I'm saying?
I would say that one's more of a bro code than like, obviously, if somebody mess with your girl, that's not even bro code. That's just disrespectful. Yeah, that's scandalous. But even messing with somebody you messed with, I don't know. I know people do that nowadays. You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't claim somebody forever.
That's a fact.
But yeah, one of my boys, and so long ago, he ended up messing with somebody that I dated for a little bit back in the day. That's one I said, when I found out, I gave him a side eye. I made him know that I wasn't like, happy about that, but eventually got over it. It wasn't a big deal.
So like what you learned from it though? Like what did you learn from it?
I learned?
What you learn from it?
Hey, listen, man.
Never
Like
be
you
around
can't,
type of thing like that, or let
that you
them
can't
go.
claim somebody forever, man. Gotta let them go, and once you let them go, and it's fair game, man.
Mm.
Look at the entertainment industry. They pass spouses and and partners around all the time, and it's something it's just real life, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a claim on somebody forever. Once the relationship is done, it's done. So that's what I learned from it.
It's a fact. Yeah. We learn a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So, what's one code you were broken, and what did you learn from the audience, or did somebody over broke a code on you, and how was your reaction, and what did you learn from it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I always follow the code. I ain't never, broke any code.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if you did, keep
I
it
always
quiet.
I always think about the. Listen, this is the hot talk show. We got to be vulnerable on here, man. You know what I'm saying? But always stick by the codes, man. So we talking about the code, right? We got one more question when we talk about the bro code.
Mm-hmm.
How can men hold each other accountable without judgment?
Hold each other accountable without judgment. Yeah, I think those two things are separate. They don't have to be the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holding accountable is making sure that if somebody tells you they're gonna let's say do something,
yeah,
and then
without judgment though,
without judgment, like you just expect them to do it, and hope, and if they don't, then you're like, yo, bro, come on, man. If you don't say that, you come on, better.
Facts.
And I always, forgive me because, like, again, I always think about age, right? Like being 44, it's a different experience than being like a 30-year-old, a 20-year-old.
That's true.
Like 20-year-olds break accountability all the time, right? Wait, what's the question again?
I said, how can men hold each other accountable?
Yeah,
without
20-year-olds are more reckless. 20-year-old men are reckless, and like you kind of have to give them a little bit of grace. Then when you're 30, you start marching toward that level of maturity where you're held at a higher regard, and you need to be held accountable a little more and a little better for like actions and making and promises and keeping your word, and you know what I mean? So then it becomes like, yo, like if you say something, you got to do it. Follow through.
So what if somebody feel that you judged them? Like, what would your reaction be if your brother be like, yo, I thought that you was like, would you just say, it is what it is, or would you fix it, or you would be more like nah, like I'm not judging you, and you're gonna bypass their feelings, or would you, what I'm saying? Like, what would your reaction be? Somebody be like, bro, I felt a little hurt by what you said.
I would say it's not judgment,
because sometimes not what you say is how you say it.
I would just say it. I would say it's not judgment. It's like, at this stage, at this age, we just need to be accountable and be trustworthy and be reliable. Like. And I know you, and like you are most of the time, but like sometimes you slip up, and I'm just gonna let you know, like when it's not right. You know what I mean?
So can we say, do your thing?
Yeah, judgment. I mean, yeah, there's a little judgment because if I'm saying like you're not being accountable, I'm judging you. But don't do anything. So
I'm gonna say this, bro. So do we say we have good judgment and bad judgment, bro? So if it's good judgment is the tone, and bad judgment, like if you rough, like if I be like, all right, so this is me, this is good judgment, right? If I see like a dad, he's not showing, he keep making broken promises to his kid. You're not going to basketball practice and all that. We almost don't know man. Like you're not going to basketball. You're not going to basketball practice and all that, right? You keep making broken promises. I could judge you, say, yo, bro, you're a bad dad, bro. That's good judgment. I think bad judgment is something. Wait, no. Listen, bad judgment is something that you're assuming you're not around. Yeah. Like bad judgment is this: if I see a guy with his pants down, I'm thinking he a thug.
Yeah,
but he could be smart, college, GPA.
Okay,
he probably got a home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But good judgment is if I'm around somebody who's a father and he's not in his child's life. He making broken promises. That's you show me that, bro, you're a bad dad, bro.
Yeah.
But bad judgment come from assuming what a person look like.
I would call that just for clarity. I would say that's misjudging. Like you misjudge somebody when you assume something that's not true about them just based on superficial things.
Yeah,
but judging somebody is like, I guess that's a good example of judging. Somebody clearly isn't there for their kids and you call them out on it. I'm judging you because I want you to be more accountable. Or you're a deadbeat and you're never going to be accountable, but I'm going to let you know you're a deadbeat and never going to be accountable. Yeah.
You sure?
5 more. 5 more minutes.
I got you. I'm gonna move quick.
Pick up another kid too.
Oh, word? Oh, yeah. All right, so we're gonna move this real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask one question when it comes to brotherhood legacy, and we're gonna do a part 2 of this. You know what I'm saying? This is dope. Yeah. I'm gonna have more brothers on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do one legacy question and one hot talk show tough question. Then we out there, right?
Yeah.
I bet. So if someone said, so what legacy you want to leave among your brothers? What legacy that you want to leave among your friends? So say something quick.
That I was a good friend. You know what I mean? That I was a good friend. That I was reliable. That I was, cool. I was a good dad. I was a good father, which they can see. And that I loved the people that I called friends. You know what I mean?
Okay. And with me, the same thing like you. That I was a good friend. I was always there. I was always supportive. I was always a real one. I always had their back. You know what I'm saying? That they could always count on me. You know what I'm saying? So that's a legacy that I hope that they could say about me. You know what I'm saying? All right. So now we're gonna do the hot talk show tough question, and we're gonna end this show. This has been a dope show. We're gonna have a part 2 of this. Come on, bro. We gotta go. You got things to handle. So
you gotta tell my business.
It is what it is. You're rushing me and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna do a part 2 of it. We're gonna have more brothers on the panel. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get their input. So the hot talk show tough question. Can I do 2 questions? We're gonna move quick. Can I do 2 questions? I bet. Just to make up for the. All right. So have you ever felt like you outgrown one of your day one brothers, but kept them around out of guilt? So hot talk show tough question to the audience. Have you ever felt you outgrew one of your day one brothers, but kept him around out of guilt?
Okay. I don't have guilt, right, with any decision that I make, right? But I think that friends do ultimately grow apart, especially when you met them young. It doesn't mean that you don't share the same camaraderie whenever you do come around each other, whether it's 5 years, a year, 5 years, 10 years, still love there. I think it's inevitable that you're going to grow apart from people, and you can't. When you say, so I'm thinking, if you're saying
some people you
keep them around, that means you guys are still
like you might feel like, yo, bro, I don't want to think that I'm leaving you out.
Yeah,
I don't want you to think I'm putting you down. I don't want you to think I'm better than you.
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
I think, I mean, outgrowing somebody means that you're not really keeping them around, though. I think those two things are. Like, you can't have both, right? If you've outgrown them, that means you're doing things and they really aren't there with you. So you can't
because sometimes the problem is having
take them.
Like, you can have somebody. I know we gotta move on because I have so question for you. You more supposed to end it, but I want to do a little input and then we're gonna go. I would say prime example. Like, say if you grew up with a friend that was day one since 5 years old or something like that, and you don't want to. You outgrown them mentally, but you don't want them to. You don't want to feel like you don't want to leave them behind.
Right.
That could come from a guilty place. Like, I don't want to leave you behind, bro. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've grown you. Like, we don't talk the same. We don't like the same things no more.
Yeah.
But it's some things that it's something that's keeping me around you because we day one bros, bro. So that could come from guilt too.
The way you say keeping them around you, I just again think that that's more of a young thing, right?
Well, let's say how they talk, but like, you hanging around
when you're younger, you guys feel like you always have to be around your good friends. But when you're older, everybody is always doing their own thing. So the threat of keeping people around is not really there when you're older. It's more of like when you're younger and growing up in the same environment and all that. But once you separate and move on to do your own thing, it's not really an issue. But like I said, even if you outgrow somebody, most of the time or sometimes you may outgrow them most things, but not all things, and you guys can still click up
click out
whenever the time presents itself and still be cool. But like,
so you never had nobody where you had grown and you kept them around.
No.
Everybody who you just say, nah, we don't think the same. You can't be around. Like, you know what I'm
just like, I'm doing my thing. I'm not really, necessarily reaching back, but it's, I still holler at you and we still see each other from time to time when we're in the same, environment. But other than that, it's just, life goes on.
I bet. So we got one more, then we done, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. One more question, then we done, man. I know you got things to do. So Hot Talk Show, tough question. Number 2, have you ever lost a friend because neither of you wanted to admit? Have you ever lost a friendship because neither of you wanted to admit who was wrong?
No.
Never did.
No.
Yeah. I didn't either. So you said no?
Yeah, no.
No, so you kind of played the fifth one away. You ain't really played, so you said no. So, you know what I'm saying? So listen, this has been a fire episode. You know what I mean? So I want y'all to comment down below. Have you ever felt like you outgrown one of your day ones, brothers, but kept them around the guilt from the Hot Talk Show tough questions? And number 2, Hot Talk Show question number 2, have you ever lost a friendship because neither of you wanted to admit like who was wrong? Like, comment down below, man. Tell us what you think. We love to hear your input. Like I said, if you want to watch past and future episodes, you know what I'm saying? The Hot Talk Show YouTube page is the Hot Talk Show 92. The Facebook page is the Hot Talk Show. And the Instagram page is the Hot Talk Show. We also doing the Hot Talk Showcase performance. We're bringing that back. So anybody who want to, perform on the Hot Talk Show, whether you're a dancer, singer, poet, whatever you want to do, you want to showcase your talent on the Hot Talk Showcase. You know what I mean? And rapper, singer, whatever. My boy DJ, he did his thing. My boy Mills, he did his thing. I might do my thing, but the email for the Hot Talk Showcase is the Hot Talk Show. Hot Talk Show 92@gmail.com. Hot Talk Show 92@gmail.com. I thank you for coming, bro. And it's your boy Is, and I'm out of here. Y'all. Thank y'all for watching.